So, where did you grow up, Colin?
Clapham Park Estate, that's South London. Yeah, and it was, yeah, I had a good childhood, you know, I brought up myself basically, you know, I mean, played football in the football season, cricket in the cricket season, and that's how it came along, you know, and played knockdown ginger, run outs and scrumping and everything, but when I was 15, I picked up weed, and I thought it was the in thing. It seemed okay. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. You know, I didn't have no alcohol inside of me. I thought it was okay, but then it progressed. And for 35 years after that, that's where my addiction took me for 35 years.
And what sort of, where did that take you? What sort of experiences did you have in that 35 years?
Well, in them 35 years, you know, I've destroyed everybody, stolen from everybody, my sons and everything, you know, and my mum's, sorry.
Colin.
The child's mum, you know, she put up with me for 14 years, you know, because I progressed into crack cocaine, and then, you know, I didn't have a favourite drug. And she put up with me for 14 years. Police was coming to the house on a regular to escort me away, and it was 7 years ago. She just had enough, and she called the police like she does, and I was escorted away from the house and told never to come back. So I went back to Brixton, back to Clapham, you know, and I slept on a bench for 4 years. Basically, alcohol became a great part of me, you know, until I was dependent on it. I was having seizures, I was soiling myself, I was weaning myself, and even to where I was coughing up blood, you know, and I still didn't think I had a problem. You know, I smell kind of rough, you know, I mean, people get on the bus, and I would sit at the back, and as they got on the bus, as they come up towards me, they would like, and walk away, you know, and you know, that's where it took me. That's where it took me, and
during that time, did you care about that at all?
No, not at all. I mean, because what I'd done, I lived like a king for 1 day out of 14, and that's when my gyro come, you know, and that was it. I mean, the rest of the 13 days, I'll be drinking, sitting on the bench, seeing what I can probably make to get another piece of gear or another drink, or, you know, I don't know, it was just like Groundhog Day. Every day was the same, apart from the day when I got my money.
And when you say live like a king, what do you mean by that?
Oh, by just going down to Brixton, going into a crack house, buying the crack, having a drink, and then walking out and doing, you know, and that's what I'd done for 14 years. You know, I didn't really care about myself. If I had a brand new pair of trainers on, I thought I was all right. As long as I had a brand new pair of trainers on, I was good. You know, but, you know, it got to a point where I could no longer live that way. And it was kind of weird, because I was sitting on the bench one day, I know we didn't rehearse this, but sitting on a bench one day, and I'm going to cut the real story, really. Right, well, my friend was a heroin addict, and his medication was being cut down. And he asked me to go to Lorraine Newt's house. He says, he's a drug and alcohol place in Brixton. He said, he'd buy me a drink. So I thought, well, you know what, he's buying me a drink, I'll walk down there. So that's what I'd done, and I got myself a key worker. I said to the key worker, you know, you have to have an appointment in the morning, because by afternoon, I don't know where I'll be. And she done that, and I went to every appointment, you know, and I got myself a funder, went into detox, and that's when I found Toby and JP. You know, Toby come to the detox, and he goes, oh, I heard you might want some rehab. And I went, yes. He goes, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? And I just went, no, it's all right, Colin. There's enough work you can do when you get in, you're in. And that was 2011, just before Christmas, when my funder did say, you know, do I want to go before Christmas or after? And I said, well, you know, I'm going today. That's how bad it was for me out on the street. It wasn't a safe place, you know. But when I went into ODAAT, there was one thing that was missing in all my life, I went into ODAAT when I was 46, and there was one thing missing in all my life, and that was that unconditional love that I was shown when I walked through the doors of ODAAT. You know, and obviously I got funding for my first 3 months, but Hope Worldwide funded me for my second stage, which for another 3 months. And the key to me was that I found I could be honest to myself because I wasn't being judged. I wasn't being judged, you know. I've come to believe now there's only one judge in this world, and that's God himself. You know, and that's what I believe today. You know, but to me, I've done so much volunteering for ODAAT that I love giving something away that's given to me freely, because in my addiction, I was a taker. I took everything. If it weren't now down, it's gone. You know, but you know, that taught me to be honest and be able to take them risks. You know, and my therapy manager, therapy guy, you know, he gave me 2.5 years of counselling. Yeah, like, I'm only supposed to get 6 months for the first, you know, the treatment counselling, but gave me an extra 6 months because I didn't know how to live. Remember, I started smoking when I was 15. I didn't finish until when I was 46. So I didn't know how to live without a drug or how to be able to communicate with people unless it was to do a deal. And what Michael done for me then, he gave me psycho-counselling for 18 months. And it wasn't about my addiction then, it was about what was going on for me today. Did that happen in my childhood? As you can see, I'm shaking, guys, because you know, I'm not used to this. But you know, and what that showed me is that, you know, I wasn't damaged. I damaged myself. I blamed everyone. You talked about justification. I had justification coming out my ear. No, that is the truth. You know, you talk about justification. I had a justification for everything I'd done. Especially if I stole from my sons, it's because I bought it.
Yeah.
And that is the truth.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I'd never seen my sons for 4 years. But they come back into my life after doing the 6 months program with ODAAT. They come back into my life. They're 20 and 13 now. He's my gentle giant. He's about as tall as you. He takes size for 14. He's 13 years old. You know, and they're lovely boys, you know. And my oldest boy, he's calming down a lot now. But I've got my sister back in my life as well. And, you know, I'm going to have to say this. It's my birthday this month, 21st of March. And I heard it's 21st birthday, congratulations, because on my 21st birthday I got run over. That's what happened to the leg, and you know what I mean? But that's another story, I'll be here all night. You know what I mean? But I'll be 50. I'll be 50.
Wow.
You know, I don't look like a day over 90, but I'm 50. I'm 50, you know, that's half a century on this earth, and you know, it's only God that's made me come through this. And like, I know we're supposed to go by the script, but sorry.
Otherwise we will be here all night.
Yeah, we will be here all night, but I'm trying to take it out. Yeah. But what I've done in ODAAT is that I've learned how to help people the way I was helped, and like I said, the freeness that was given to me, and the risk that, you know, and that unconditional love. And now I've gone on. I've done college. I've worked in a homeless place for 3 months. And I'm actually in a course now, a counselling course, in my old school, Henry Fulton. I didn't go to school, I went to school to get caned and not to get sent home, basically. But now I'm going back to that, because it's a college now. And to me, this is, there's nothing better in this world, no, to me now, than people and the love that I've got for people today, because I actually love myself. And I've actually forgiven myself, and that's why I can talk today. You know, I still beat myself up on occasion. I don't go upstairs without an adult, but that's another story. But, you know, if it wasn't for ODAAT and letting them give me the chance to look at myself and be honest with myself and taking that risk, you know, with people that I didn't even know, and I'm telling them things that I thought I was going to take to the grave, basically, or, you know, I thought it was so locked up down in there. There was no way no one was getting in there, but I took that risk and I found that love, and by God, I found it. I found it because, you know, I hope to get baptised on my birthday at the same church that I've done all this work, at St Mark's Church, where ODAAT is centred. And I'm looking forward to it because I've been studying for the last 2 years. I've gone through the Apostles and, you know, and I've kind of understood it because right, I don't know how you're going to take this, but I was talking to JP on the way up, and I started to read John first, because I read in the back of the Bible, if you want to start reading the Bible, start with John. And I read John, and I'm sorry if there's any Jewish people in here, but I really hated the Jews. I wanted to go in there and do them. But, you know, there's another guy I know that who is a Christian, and he goes, so what did you get out of that? And I said, well, because Jesus loved us. And he goes, well, keep that one, Colin. Let the Jews deal with what they got to deal with. So that's what I've done. I'm sorry if there was any Jewish in here, please. Don't beat me up, you know what I mean? But, you know, but I've learned how to love. That's what I'm trying to get at. And that's what I've done today. And thank you very much.